We've started that, and if there's any of you involved, this is, again, it's something that's been in pinball forever. We went around Chicago when this started to be reported and looked. We didn't see any Ghostbusters with it. The only game we saw with ghosting was Attack from Mars, which is an older game, of course. In the day of the operator, where there wasn't collectors, where you guys weren't involved, I don't think an operator ever cared about it. Was fine. You know, they just wanted to put the game on and make money. In fact, we've got one person who had ghosting. We said, okay, we'll replace the playfield. They said, nah, it's on location, it's making money. I don't want to take it off location. So operators, you know, have a different standard, and just to be clear, some of the expectations that the collector community have can't be met. This is each piece of wood is different, each game is different. There's a lot of hand screening and so forth done on these playfields. They're all a little different. They all have some imperfections. There's not a playfield made that doesn't have an imperfection, or a cabinet, or this or that. Remember, these are industrial products that you guys are collecting. So it's a complicated industrial product. It's not necessarily a fine piece of European furniture or something like that. You know, your car probably has a scratch on it here or there. I know mine does, and so does my Harley, to say the least. And as it gets used, it's going to have more. We have a reasonable standard, and we'll continue to meet that. So we're starting to replace the ghosting playfield. Everything pinball, we need your help to have games on the street. We need you to compete in the various street locations, in the barcades, what have you. And you go to your local bar and say, if you had a game or two here, we put seats in your stools. Any questions, folks? You were fast.
Okay. Even though this has to do with Data East, by any chance were you somehow involved in their only video game, which was Tattoo Assassins?
Well, first of all, we are Data East Pinball. We are the same company. We were formed in 1986 as Data East Pinball. That's why we're 30 years old. We sold it in '93 to Sega, and we then bought it back from Sega in '94. We changed its name from Data East Pinball, same corporation, to Sega Pinball. And then Data East Pinball was owned by Data East, the Japanese video game company, and us. When we sold it to Sega, it was owned by Sega. When we sold it, when we bought it from the back, the corporation was owned by my group's holding company. We've since added a partner, Dave Peterson, who's absolutely excellent and wonderful. The holding company, Bob Gale gave us the name of the holding company. We were looking for, and the holding company does nothing but hold the parent, the pinball company. It has nothing else. The holding, I'll get back to your question in a minute. The holding company, Bob Gale was the writer of Back to the Future, who we know from Back to the Future days. And so we needed a name for the company that was sort of cute. So instead of pinball, it's sphere point. Sphere ball, point pin. Okay? Sphere point, pinball, flip-flop, play on words. As to the Tattoo Assassins, yes, we're the ones who it was a Data East Pinball project. We did a fighting game. We didn't really have the resources from the parent company to do all we would want to, or the electronics, the software, excuse me, the printed circuit boards, the electronic system didn't do everything we wanted it to do. But yeah, we tried to do that. And Joe Kamiko was his love and project, along with Bob Gale that I mentioned, who wrote its script, so to speak. And so that was us, for good and bad.